afternoon, everyone. I don't normally come on in the afternoon, but I did the recording for Krista Martinez last night at about 9 o'clock. I probably finished about 10, and it took to 3 o'clock in the morning. I was actually asleep when it finally uploaded. I don't know what that was about. I've never had a 20 to 30 minute video take like 5 hours to upload. The only thing I could think of is there might have been something wrong with the internet, or there were some other reasons spiritually why the video wasn't supposed to be uploaded. But it finally did come through. Hey, Rosie, I was saying last night I had recorded that video really early and tried to upload it, but it wouldn't go through. It didn't go through till 3 o'clock in the morning. I uploaded it at like 10. That's what I'm saying. So I kept messing with it all night trying to get it to work because I was going to do the live after. That's why I did the recording so early. So I don't know who has had a chance to watch the Krysta Martinez video yet or not that I did. But basically, I just kind of wondered if anybody, coming into the chat might have more information about her. Hi, Tammy, and hi, Crystal. Yeah, it was severe thunderstorms here last night. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was thundering, like you could hear the windows shaking. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my phone wasn't working, my internet wasn't working, nothing was working. So like I said, the video didn't upload to the middle of the night while I was sleeping. Anxiety? Like public anxiety in general. I would say meditation right away. Always helps with anxiety, especially I would put in your earphones and find something that's calming. You can actually find meditations for anxiety. You just type in anxiety relief meditation music or something like that, and it should be able to help you. And then there's also stones that you can use, crystals and gemstones that you can use. This is one. I use this because I'm a Virgo, so we have raw citrine. Raw citrine is good for that. Even wearing it around your neck or wearing it or getting a ring of it, something like that. Just that's something that helps with my anxiety. Like, it's helped me a lot to wear a lot of the crystals to help block that out. Hi, Krista. Oh, wait, I just said hi, Crystal. Hi, Jan. How are you? I know. I love the thunderstorms last night. I was just upset it took so long to upload a video because I was going to upload it earlier and then do a live on it, but I couldn't do anything. Hey, country girl. How are you? I know. I want to start doing some in the afternoon. Like I said, I was explaining to everybody about we had thunderstorms down here, so that's why the video uploaded in the middle of the night because I started uploading it at 9 or 10, and then I was going to do a live, but the thunderstorms were so bad there was no point in doing it. So, as far as the live, because it was probably going to kick me off anyways. But I really I said the ones who have had a chance to watch the Krista Martinez video, just get y'all's input on it, or if there's anything that y'all have heard about it. Because like I said, I've heard that she was at a restaurant when she got called to leave the restaurant for this car ride. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, that does change some stuff. And if so, who called her? You know what I mean? And why did she go? Because from what I understand, she was retired. So I think the only way they probably could have gotten her to go. Well, I think that was the day they found Vanessa's remains. So maybe they called her and told her they found Vanessa's remains and they'd come get her. But I'm starting to feel like I don't feel like I'm alone in the car. So up and down in like what way? That's what I'm saying. Like I've been having a lot of interference as far as from the spiritual side, trying to get these videos out. It keeps cutting the videos in half, and I'll have to do part 1s and 2s. I've never had that problem before, ever. Like I said, I've never had a video take 6 hours to upload. I've never, especially a 20-minute video. So that's what I'm saying. So there's certain things that I'm starting to wonder, like I said, about that car, how she got into that car. Because if she was retired, like what I read, and she was at a restaurant, why would she have left besides when, like I said, somebody called her and told her, I'm going to pick you up. I don't remember if July 1st was the day that they found Vanessa's body, but I want to say it was the day that they said that they had found Vanessa's body, that she got into the car wreck. So I want to know who was driving the car that came to get her, or if it was her car and somebody said they'd meet her there and they'd go together. I don't know. Hey, Tara, how are you? I'm sorry. I've been thinking about it all night, trying to put the puzzle pieces together of how Krista and why Krista got into the car to go somewhere. Yes. The girl that died in the car that I did the video last night on, that Krysta Martinez, and there's nothing out there on her. Like I said, her name was Krysta Martinez. She was also stationed at Fort Hood previously. Like I said, now she also had claimed, she was one of the first to claim to be sexually harassed in Fort Hood. And she was the one that started the Find Vanessa Guillen. It's basically what it was just called, Find Vanessa Guillen. I don't know if it was a page or a GoFundMe. I'm not sure yet. But they're saying that on the day that Vanessa's body was found is the day that she got into this car wreck. Well, she was a retired officer from what I read, or retired, from the Army. So I don't understand. I feel like somebody would have had to tell her, come with me where they found Vanessa's body. That's what I feel like. I'm going with a purpose, but I'm not going by myself, if that makes sense. So I want to know who was with her at the restaurant. How did she if she was at a restaurant when she left? That's what I'm saying. I think somebody came and got her or told her, I'll meet you where you're at. And because I don't know, again, if she wrecked her car or because there was reports actually I heard of somebody running away from the scene out of the car. And then I've actually seen pictures that are similar of it, that a guy that looks a lot like Teddy walking down the side of the road, just walking on the same, I don't know. It's weird. You have to almost, there's something that's not being told right about the car theory. Like you said, she was retired. So if she was retired, but the only way that I could have seen them to get her to stop what she was doing and go with them was to say, hey, we found Vanessa, come with us so you can help us. But somebody would have had to do that. So who did it is what I want to know. So again, I know I'm kind of just like spreading my thought process on y'all, but I kind of want to see what y'all think about it. Because for her to leave the restaurant, there had to be a good reason, being that she was retired. So somebody had to convince her to leave. And if somebody really did run off from the car wreck, then who was it? You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I'm trying to figure out. Do y'all have any input on that? On what y'all think might have happened with the car wreck? Or does anybody know of where she was last or anything like that? That's the thing, Jan. There's such limited info. It's strange. You can't find nothing about her other than the fact that she's the one that started the I Am Vanessa Guillen hashtag movement and the Find Vanessa Guillen, the Find Vanessa Guillen page or whatever it was that she started. So, and then I heard where someone was asked politely by the family to not speak about it, but then on other pages it was saying that they asked for them to go ahead and drop memories and things like that with her. So why wouldn't they want anybody to talk about it? If that was said, I don't know if it was said 100% or not. I'm just saying from what I saw, the family did ask to not, if people could not post about it or speak about it. But then I read another article, the obituary part where it said the family did encourage people to say, leave well wishes about her. So I did it for you, Ken. Oh, and I do have your deck out. So if we want to ask questions, again, I still haven't completely used it, but it's basically a basic tarot, except for the fact, like I said, I haven't seen the full yet. So I don't know if it's coming in another form, but I think I'll figure it out regardless. But I really did want to use this if we get a chance to kind of ask some questions. And just, I also brought out the Kipper deck, which is a fortune telling deck, to see if we can see maybe who was involved, what kind of authority they held. And then the universe has your back, maybe of what was going on together is something that I was thinking of. Hi, D13 Perez. How are you? I thought so too, but like when I've never been to Fort Hood, but I feel like if you were to go there, it's almost like really open or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like it reminds me like an old country western town. I don't know if that's how it's set up or not, but that's how I feel when I'm there. I feel like things are spread out. You can see them, but it is spread out. So that's why I feel like there's no way nobody saw anything. Yeah, and that's what I thought, Tara, with the family. It seemed a little bit odd, but I don't know for a fact if the family had later asked somebody on Facebook to remove any type of like comments about her. I don't know if that was 100% fact, but I do know that it was written by somebody that they were asked by the family to remove it. But then in the obituary, they were asked to go ahead and if they wanted to about her. But I think it was more or less like, how they were friends, things like that. Maybe not stuff so much trying to figure out what happened in the wreck. So, I said, as y'all come into that chat room, I greatly appreciate it. If y'all can hit the thumbs up, we got about 25 in here. We're trying to get some information on Krysta Martinez. We were trying to find out exactly what happened and who picked her up or why she left that day, where she was when she was picked up. There was also rumors of people running off after the car wreck. They said they saw somebody run off. So I'm just kind of curious as to I did the reading last night. I said it took like 6 hours to upload. So I said, but I couldn't find very much information. So that's what I'm saying. As y'all come in, if y'all are interested in helping us whatsoever, get some information on Krysta Martinez's case to help solve or get closer to solving what's going on in Fort Hood. Like I said, I'd greatly appreciate it if y'all can hit the thumbs up for them just to show them some support with their families. So I said, the more people that are here with positive energy to try to help find them, the more we can send that vibe out to them, and the more that will help their spirits and their spirit guides bring them in to give us answers or other people who might know more. It's like, because that is kind of how it works. It's almost like holding a candlelight vigil or kind of doing like a prayer type thing. So that is just the point of just letting her know that we're all here for the same reason. So I want to thank y'all too for putting y'all's energy into helping try to figure out the situation, because we're working as a group to do this. So her name is Krista, yeah, but not with the IY. It's with the Y. I heard that somebody ran off from the scene. Yes. That's what I heard. Now, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I heard once the car wrecked that somebody stated they saw somebody running off. Well, see, that's what I heard about the cameras, Jessica. I heard the cameras are in odd places to where you could get away with certain things. Like I said, it's not there's not cameras at all, like you're saying, but they're very rare in between or in weird places. So I was keeping that video for tonight as it was early this morning. Yeah, well, like I said, I uploaded it last night, Ken, at 10 o'clock, but because we had thunderstorms here, all of our internets were down, so it took 6 hours to upload that damn video. Excuse my language. But I was really upset about it because I wanted to get it out for y'all because I wanted to do a live that night with y'all, last night with y'all about it and see what y'all thought. And I guess it gives everybody a chance to watch it. But I was just disappointed that the internet was taking so much. I don't really care about your opinion and what you think, Tatiana, but thank you for joining us, and you can leave now. So, bye. Anyways, so I don't know if another car was involved or not. So I just know that it only said that she passed in a car wreck. Again, I don't know if another car was involved or not. I mean, I'm guessing. I just know that people that were around the scene, somebody said that they saw, again, I'm sure there was numerous people that saw, but see, I don't know, Crystal. I don't know if she was driving or not, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. All they're telling us is that she died in a car wreck, and then I heard somebody saw somebody run off, and that's what I'm saying. And again, that's hearsay of somebody who said that they saw it happen. But I mean, it was said. Like I said, it didn't say she was driving or anything like that. So I'm not really sure. What are you talking about, Ken? Well, that's the thing. There's so much information being withheld. That's why I deleted the person's comment, because they want to say to get my information straight. Well, if you look up every article, they're all say something different or they don't say anything at all. So they need to go get their facts straight. Like I said, because like I said, I've been researching this for 2 to 3 days ever since I found out. And I've looked every article. I've dug and dug and dug and dug. And you can't really find anything. There's not much of anything. That's what I'm saying. So like I said, if that person has facts that they think that they know more, maybe they should make a video about it and release it. So let's see. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to tell us the truth about things that they're trying to hide. I mean, yeah, Tatiana Maldonado or whatever her name is. Like I said, you don't have the facts either because they're not giving us the facts. So there's no way that people can get all the facts straight when they're not giving them to us, sweetheart. So why don't you go do that for us? So I don't even know why you're still in the room watching like a creeper. But anyways, let's go ahead and see, though, if we can find out anything else about what was going on, with the car wreck. So exactly. I agree. They don't want it to be anything other than a car wreck and to let it go. And that's what I'm saying. And I've heard the family has said the same thing on some media platforms. Again, hearsay. But I don't know. I don't feel I don't know. It's very pulled back and forth. When you read the obituary, it says the family says that they do encourage you to speak about it. So that's what I'm saying. It's too ironic. It's too ironic. And then I heard that there was an upper female who was going to report harassment charges too. Again, now this is me just going through the wire of what I've heard through certain people who are in those areas. But from what I understand, there might have been an upper female at some point who was going to come forward with the both of them, and maybe they didn't like that. So they told her to fix the situation, or somebody to fix the situation. So there's a lot of things that could have been done. It's just the car thing's too coincidental for me, because to me there is no coincidences, and not on the same day that they find Vanessa's body. This girl is going to report it too. Thank you, be cool. Yes, I did hear about the human trafficking kind of thing lately. Yeah, that's what it was. I think they were going to start talking and they weren't happy about that. And they had at least two, probably more than 2 to 3 people more. If, like I said, at the least it was 2 to 3 people. Regardless, that's 3 people that are willing to probably say, hey. And then one of them, if they were of higher rank and they were ready to tell, higher rank of both of them, like that was enough to where they couldn't just blow off what they were saying, then that could be a good reason to take care of the other ones in their mind. But again, I'm not saying that's happened. I don't know. Like I said, this is just information that I'm getting at the moment. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I agree, country girl. That's what I'm saying. They're keeping a lot of secrets. They're not telling us things, and then when you start demanding it, it's almost like, how dare you? But at the same time, it's like, how dare you lie about so much, and do as long as y'all have, you know what I mean? So yeah, if the Vanessa thing comes out, and then this thing with Krista, and if there was a possible third upper, officer or whatever they would be ranked as, that were going to come in and maybe possibly admit with them that it was happening, I could see why maybe something like this could be going down. Well, like I said, when I spoke to somebody on the base, they said 20 people. But when I asked my pendulum, they said there's more than 20 people missing on or dead, buried on that base. That's what my pendulum is. Now, again, it's a pendulum. It depends on what kind of divination tools you use and what you believe in. Actually, that reminds me, I had an email today about someone asking about why do some tarot card readers get cards and how to. Everybody interprets their cards differently, and they're in tune to their cards differently. So, as long as your reading is hitting on point and following up with what's going on, I don't really think there's a wrong way to read the card. Now, they each do have their own particular meaning, so you can't make it whatever you want it. But I can't speak for other tarot readers. I don't know why a tarot reader would look at a Pisces card and interpret it differently than me. So that's something that people seem to ask a lot. I don't know. You'd have to go ask the other readers why they interpret the cards the way that they do. I'm not going to answer for another tarot reader. And as far as tools like EVPs, Ovulists, and rods and things, like I said, I don't use things like that. So again, I'm not sure why I was asked about that, but if it was just curiosity. But again, that would be something you would have to reach out to somebody who actually does that for their work. Now, Conscious Truth uses EVPs, Ovulists, and dowsing rods. I do not. Like I said, I use a pendulum to answer yes or no questions and maybes. So that is what I use. But again, I was just, this person seemed to be very concerned about, tarot readers and things like that, and their answers and how they get them and what their tools mean. And all I can say to anybody who is curious about those things, like I said, I was more than happy to answer about my work and how I do it, but I'm not going to answer for other people and their tools and what they use, because I don't use those. So I'm not going to speak on something I don't know anything about. Oh, thank you, country girl. I know apparently I copy off everybody, but whatever. North Carolina, I begged him not to go, but she really determined to be like, yeah. Jan, I've thought about that, but I don't really like to do that. I think if somebody really desperately wants your help enough, they'll reach out to you. At least for me as a reader. I don't want them to think that I'm reaching out for hey, I'm a reader, can you come on here? And no, I don't want to do that. I feel more comfortable if somebody else reached out to them, asked them if because I don't know if they believe in it or not, so I don't want to offend them. As I said, some people believe in tarot, some people do not, and I said, and so I don't reach out to people. but I'm not against other people reaching out to them, seeing if they're interested in it, and then working with them. That I'm not against. Like I said, I just wouldn't do it personally. Thank you, Ken. I greatly appreciate it. So, do y'all have any questions that y'all would like to ask her? We can maybe use this beautiful deck that Ken gifted us, and we can see if we can get a few answers out of it. Like I said, again, this will be my first time officially using the whole deck. So, it is a little bit different because she said send it to us from the UK. Thank you, Tara. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, and the people who were in the pendulum classes and the tarot classes on here, I did refund all that money because I didn't want to do pendulum and tarot on here anymore. Because every time I set up the classes, it was not, it wasn't really a class. Nobody, people would show up randomly or whatever. So I'm just going to keep my classes on Patreon. And then here I have it where it's like $1.99 a month. And then there's 2 different perks. One's $4.99, one's $6.99, but you get extra things with those extra ones. But I basically did $1.99 as the cheapest for everybody. Like I said, because I just don't feel that if I'm going to be running it on Patreon, and nobody's going to, because then I have to send the links to them anyways from Patreon for them to join the class. So just makes more sense. Ken, I've heard about that, but I think he is. I do think it is their child. Yes, Ken got us these. Like I said, I absolutely love because they're my favorite color. They're turquoise all in the back with beautiful. And then she also got us Dreams of God. And this is the Dreams of God tarot. But again, it reminds me a lot of an oracle, to be honest, completely. So we might even use that too to see if we can get anything. But I just need some questions from y'all because I did ask my questions last night. But I know some of y'all got a chance to read it. Some of y'all didn't. Or not read it, but watch it. Some of y'all didn't. Okay. So I'm going to I know, like I said, again, I will study more into this deck, Ken, for the Dreams of Gaia. But for right now, I'm going to use it as an oracle a bit so that we can kind of go ahead and see. Let me see. This is what the book looks like when you take it out. The cards are beautiful too, by the way. This is the back of the cards. So they're absolutely gorgeous. So again, we want to thank Ken. Yeah, so these are going to be destiny, emotions, desire. There's some cards that are going to be representative of chakras and things like that. So yeah, I might just stick to regular ones right now because these ones have more. These are more like a chakra, like the root foundation, things like that. So there's really no word. So unless you're really into chakras and knowing that stuff, you would only understand the major arcana and not the minor that comes out. So we're going to see what does Vanessa want us to do in her honor. Like, I don't play a certain song for her. Oh, thank you, Ken. See, I don't know. I heard about that. But I heard about a lot of celebrities wore surrogate mums. Like, they showed one where, like, Beyonce was sitting down and it, like, deflated, like, at a game. Like, but it really did look like it deflated. Like, I'm not saying she wasn't pregnant. It could have just been the way the fabric fell. But it was like, where'd your stomach go all of a sudden? So let's go ahead and see if there's anything that she wants us to do for her. This is a question from D13 Perez. So let's see if there's anything that she would like us to do for her. So this is going to be for Vanessa. She would like y'all to hold on tight to her memory. And I think this is not just her. This is going to be Krista and anything else in the earthly realm that was important to her. Maybe her family also. And then anybody and maybe whatever it was that she else was attached to, you know, in the earthly realm. One other thing or 2 other things. But I do feel one is Krista, one is her, One is her family. So one might be something else that she held very dear to her heart because it's over her heart. So that is what she would like us to do, is don't forget her. Keep her close to your heart and keep trying, because it's not just her. There's more pentacles in front of her on the table that still need to be exposed. So what would she like to be done in the future? What do you want to be done right now? She wants the three of cauldron. So the 3 of cups. So basically the 3 of cups like this, it's like partying, having a great time, overindulging, doing things you should not be doing. This can be, like I said, drinking too much, being out there too much. Like I said, but when it's in reverse, she is saying that right now, presently, they are being busted for that behavior. So it's all going to come out. So she is saying it's not going to, I don't know the level yet. I'd have to read into it of what, is exactly going to happen to them. But she is saying they are busted at this point. So whatever they were doing, they're not going to be able to do it no more. That's for sure. They're going to have to stop. And she is the Queen of Pentacles again. So actually, this is Krysta's sign. She is the Capricorn. So this is the future. So Krista is another reason why she is saying that she wants you to pay just as much respect to Krista as her. Because if it wasn't for Krista, then she probably wouldn't have came forward and said anything. And even though, unfortunately, Krista is passed now, she is saying that Krista is still the Queen of Pentacles because she is a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, where she is. Like I said, and so that is what she is doing. What is the 4 of Pentacles, and why don't you want them to let it go? Because of the sun. She said if you don't let it go, there will be a brand new start. Things will be exposed. It has all the astrological signs above the sun. So it is letting you know. People are almost praising it too, and as is the bird underneath it. So they're just basically saying, don't let go of what's happened. Keep working hard on this recent passing that happened with Vanessa, and they will no longer be able to play with the 3 of Cups anymore. Everything will be exposed. Why is 3 of Cups in reverse? Because the 3 of Cups is in reverse because now they can't fight it anymore. Like I said, this way it would be like trying to defend it, and what's behavior against this person in the background is over. So it's basically someone who thinks they can get what they want, and this person's like, damn, calm down and get away, So bye, Tara. But it's in reverse. So it's saying that they're done with this argument. She's saying it's over with. The 3 of Cups have been dumped out. So now they have to finally answer to their overindulgence with the 5 of Swords, which is going to represent Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And I want to say Vanessa was a Libra. Yeah, Vanessa's a Libra. So she's kind of showing up there. And the next one she's talking about Krista. What she wants for us to do and remember for Krista for her being part of this and trying to help. She is saying that Krista was very much bound by the 8 of Swords. So she felt that she could not move. She had a lot of anxiety. She felt like she was usually, they said they're kind of have bounds around their hands and or chains around their hands and like kind of a bondage around their mouth. But either way, this is being stuck by Gemini, Libra, Aquarius thoughts. This can also represent law. So I said she was just having being stuck in her head, not being able to move forward. But she stayed in her energy on it. She was going to stand her ground, but they dumped out the Ace of Cups on her. So this opportunity that she had to kind of tell what happened, they took it away. Somebody took it away. Hey, Jay, how are you? We're doing little mini readings about the video. My video, I uploaded it actually last night at 9 o'clock about Krista, but didn't upload till 3 o'clock this morning because of all the thunderstorms. So I apologize, y'all. Did Vanessa have a relationship with the person who ended her life? Okay. He snuck in. I love it when you sneak in. So let's see. Yeah, just if somebody walks by, just be like, yeah, we got this, however many incubators you need, we got it. Don't worry. They just start talking some medical jargon. They won't know what the hell's going on. So we're going to see if Vanessa had a relationship. Like I said, these are tarot cards, so this is for entertainment purposes only. Like I said, but we're going to see if she possibly had a relationship. Or maybe even a short-term relationship. I wouldn't say a full relationship because I don't think it was a full relationship. I really don't. I think he tried to make it be one, but she didn't want it. So let's go ahead and ask her spirit guide to come with mine, find about this relationship and what was going on. So was she having a relationship with her murderer before this happened? Or was she having a relationship with Robinson before this happened? The Magician. I'll make sure I read that right too. Okay. So the Magician. So this is saying, I would say, what is he sign? I would say yes, because this is going to represent Virgo and Gemini, which represents Mercury and communication. So there was communication before, and Cecily is the Gemini. And again, I do believe that Cecily was part of it, of setting up Vanessa. So let's go ahead as far as, did she have a relationship with him leading up to her passing? Yeah. She's saying right when she got ready to pass, she wanted to go, but he was basically telling her no. You're not going anywhere. The Five of Swords, starting an argument. And again, that's of the mind. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And again, that's her sign. So, and this is his sign coming in right after. And he is a Leo. So this is going to be Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And he's coming in right after to fight with her because he's actually fighting her double time. So this is probably representative of even though this represents her, I think it represents the struggle with the two people also. Because even though Robinson Cobb helped clean up, he was still coming in to help. So there's fighting upon fighting right now. Not only of the mind, but of action. So what does she want us to know about the person who did this to her? I think she's saying that this person who did this had something to do with what happened to Krista again, because Krista just came out as the Queen of Pentacles and she is a Capricorn. So I do think that that somehow again is relating to Krista, or they did it because they didn't want her in the earthly realm anymore. Because I still kind of am starting to get the feeling that she might have possibly been maybe just starting to a pregnancy, possibly losing a pregnancy or something of the sort. So the King of Cups is underneath the Magician, a reverse. So this person is saying that they tried to manipulate her to get what they wanted, to have this relationship, but they were doing it for the wrong reasons. It's going to be Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. I'll check in a second. So let's see why the Five of Swords is here with the Five of Rods. Why is the Five of Swords here with the Five of Rods? All right, so the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords. So again, they're coming in harsh, and this is going to be someone who comes in to be aggressive, to hurt somebody. Again, they do have a sword, so it is used to cut. So that is going to be a Vanessa sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, and then you have the Eight of Swords again, which is her sign underneath the Five of Rods, saying she tried to fight back. But basically, and it is of the mind, from what I understand, he did use a hammer. So I said, so in that area. So she is saying that basically after the battling and trying to fight him off, that she kind of let go of that energy and released it because there was nothing she could do about it anymore. So she let the mind go and just pass through. Hi, Diane Gypsy. How are you? So let's see how she feels again about Queen. Yeah, so this is the Queen of Cauldrons in reverse. So She's not a Gemini. I still think this is Cecily taking on an emotional energy. I said, now I know I said at first this could be Krista, but with this one coming up next to it, and they're both reversed, I think this is Cecily. I think Cecily is looking at Vanessa like she was a problem because of certain things that were going on in the earthly realm. So she felt the best thing to do was to get rid of her with the Queen of Cauldrons in reverse. So she took the emotional actions upon her that she needed to in the earthly realm to get what she wanted. Hi, Melissa. Krista Choppa involved. She was arrested about the same time as Cecily. I think they worked together at the gas station. Okay. I'll do a couple more readings, like I said, but I'm not going to do too many more. Unless y'all want to use super chat or something like that, we can keep going and do more in-depth questions. But let's see real quick. Can we see if that's true? Who planned to rob who, Jay? That Robinson planned to rob Guillen? Yeah, I heard that too, D. So there was one I was going to answer that one. I just can't remember what it was now. Oh, Kristen Choppa. Okay, we'll do the Kristen Choppa. If she knows anything, we'll do a 3-card basic spread because I don't feel like she does. I'm going to say right off the bat, I don't feel like she does. So that's what I'm saying. There was something about her money. He looked at her as like a money ticket. You know what I mean? Like a Ursa. You know, it's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They usually have a decent amount of money, a decent job. You know, and then you know that you're a Capricorn too, Jay. So you know how hard you work. So 2 of Swords in reverse. So there was a decision that had to be made that was made. And this is involving Krista, her co-worker. I heard that too, that something about a car. I heard that. But I heard it was for her boyfriend that wasn't on base. So I didn't know if it was for him or for him. Like for Robinson or for the other guy. Because someone said it was for her actual boyfriend. That's too many. Just one, please. Okay, so she knows there was an ending to a cycle. She did know that then, so she probably knew, but I don't know. Let me see if she had anything to do with it. The Tower. So she knows. She told her everything. The Tower is like the crumbling of a foundation. Hold on. Why is the 2 of Swords here? Because of the Star. So yeah, she told her they had to make a new decision to get rid of her to have a brand new start. This is a beautiful Star card, actually. I love this card. So thank you again, Ken. And then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So this is the ending of a cycle that she knew about. What does she think about that? What was her involvement? Three of Rods. So she knows about all 3 of them. So I kind of get the feeling she just knows everything. I think she told her everything. I don't think she showed up and actually helped. Why is the Tower here? She might have asked her to help, but I don't think she actually did it. Yeah, the Tower came in to bring in more. So the Tower is coming down because this was the finding of Vanessa and Krista, and everything's starting to come out because the Ace of Cups cauldron is underneath it, which means everything is overabundance. Everything's coming out. Hey, Erin, how are you? So yeah, Kristen, I think you said her Krista. I don't remember. She does know about it. Kristen Choppa, yes, she does know about it. They might have her arrested to see what all she knows and if she'll speak. Okay, we'll do how did Robinson clean up the scene? That is a good question because I was curious about that too. From what I heard, he was very messy. So hi, Julio. How are you? Hi, Melissa, Intuitive Reads. You can email me the mugshot, Melissa, and I'll put it up for everybody so they can see it. Because if I can see the picture, I pick up energy on pictures. So my email's in my about section. And again, any other cases that y'all are looking at in this Fort Hood area that y'all would like to know about that I'm unaware of, you can always email them to me. And if I can connect to them, then I'll go ahead and do that. That should be the right email. Yeah, I saw that too, Ken. Is that the pictures you sent me, Jay, with him walking on the side of the road? Is that the pictures you're talking about? And we'll get to the other question in just a second. I just want to see which pictures they're talking about. Because I was kind of thinking that. No, that doesn't look like Aaron. I don't think. At all. He doesn't even look. His legs almost look white, to be honest. This is the picture we're looking at. This is his legs right here in the corner. It's like this is him on the ground. But again, it's just, I mean, it's obviously really dark. And yeah, and I agree. It does look more like the size of the person who was walking. No, it's not hard to clean concrete walls and floors. Believe me, I've worked in places where you've had to. But it's still, if she was actually in the affidavit, they said they hit her with that he had possibly hit her over the hammer with the head. It's blood spatter everywhere. So you can't get every little thing. So it's just impossible. Unless they're crime scene investigators now too, and they clean up crime scenes. But I'm gonna say it's good. Yeah, you can clean up the bigger mess, but there's gonna still be little trails of blood spatter and things left around. Yeah, see, this is Aaron, like Jay said. So the person laying on the ground is way too big to be that person. You can see it in their legs. He's very small framed. So let's go ahead and get to the question real quick. That's the thing, Jay. I think he called him there with all that stuff to do it right away. I think because he already knew about it. So hold on, let me get the question back real quick. Okay, how to clean up the scenes. That's what we're trying to figure out. How did we clean up the scene? How did Robinson clean up the scene so quickly without anybody saying that they noticed? How did they clean the scene up that quickly without saying, like, having somebody notice it? Not really what, Julio? Because I went to law stuff for a little bit, and there is blood spatter, and it does go everywhere, especially when you're slinging something back and forth with blood on it. It's going to fly out little pieces everywhere. And if it's near the head, hair and things like that are going to go with it. It doesn't matter if I've been to a military arms room. I know how concrete works, and I know how a wall works, and I know how items around them work, and they're porous and they hold things. And there's no way that they're going to notice a little dot of blood on something that could be really dark. So, but no, actually, I haven't been to an arm room, but I have been talked to a few people who have been. And they are saying that it is very easy, that they could have done it there and cleaned it up, but that doesn't mean there's not anything left behind. So, I think Jay has. Haven't you, Jay? I think you were in the Army for a little bit. I know you have a lot of knowledge of it. And then I'm talking with Angela. She's not here right now, but she's also been in there, and she was the one talking to me about the arms room and what it looks like and how it's set up. So we're gonna see. Keep losing the question. Oh, how they cleaned up the room. Well, as far as I know, I know there's supposed to be very little cameras, Julio, in some of the places, and if they are, they're put in odd areas. But I don't know how many people are on that base, but as long as it would take to call somebody there, call somebody else there, have the room lit up, cleaning it up, then bring the body out in a tough container and then dispose of it and both leave. It seems like somebody would have saw that happening, especially if somebody did go get supplies. Yeah, exactly, Jay. That's what I'm saying. They had to come with it already, or they had to go get it. But either way, you can't. Somebody had to see them do it. So let's go ahead and see what happened in the room. And since we know it happened in the room, we just want to see, what she can tell us and how they did clean it up. Well, yeah, it might be the loneliest room, but that doesn't mean there's not people walking outside of it or near it. Again, I'm not going to pretend like I've been on a base and I know exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't. Like I said, but I have talked to a few people who have been on the base and are currently on the base, and they're saying it's not that discreet, the area that she went to. So that's all I'm saying. I've talked to 3 people on the base who've been on the base or are currently on it, and they're saying the room she was in is not that discreet area. So let's go ahead and find out what was exact. And thank you for the email. I'll check it right after. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know what the other bases are set up like. All I know is this particular base, it's not like a room or arms room way off in the corner where there's nothing going on. It's kind of like regular steady traffic a little bit. So let's go ahead and see what happened in the room and how many people. So the 8 of Pentacles. So someone put a lot of hard work into this. Again, they planned it. They sat back and they said they could have been planning it for at least 8 weeks, 8 days, 8 months. It just depends on how long. I think she was there for a year, but they are planning it. That is a Earth sign again. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. She gets a lot of pentacles. Again, it has to do with money too. I do think there was money involved. So again, in the room, they felt that they dodged the tower by cleaning up the area. They feel that they did a very good job of doing it. Maybe they did. Like I said, I don't know. But either way, they are saying they put hard work into executing this plan and that they felt that they had dodged the tower. And maybe that was only at first. Let's see how they feel now, and then we'll clarify. 5 of Pentacles. No, they're out in the cold. So here's more Pentacles. So it is saying that, no, they did not dodge the tower. It is basically come up now. Robinson's gone. Cobb's arrested. Cecily's arrested. And I think they said there's one more now. I'm not sure, but that's the only ones I'm aware of. And then Krista, unfortunately has passed as well now. So we have the 8 of Pentacles for them putting hard work into it and planning it. Let's see why. Because it's 6 of Rods. So they were doing this. This is going to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Teddy's, and a Robinson sign. So they're coming in. They feel they're victorious by making this decision in the earthly realm with the 7 of Cups in reverse. So the 7 of Cups upright is basically sex, drugs, and rock and roll card. It's overindulgence. It's representative of Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. When it is in reverse, it is saying that basically they are ready to dump that out. So they were overindulging, doing things they weren't supposed to be doing, and they needed to dump it out to get rid of it so that they could dodge the tower. Because they knew that it was about to be released what they were doing. So with the tower being avoided, they felt with the Six of Cups, they felt that they were going. Here's the Six of Cups again. This represents childhood. So I do think she had some type of I don't want to say 100% she was pregnant. She might have miscarried or something. But there's something to go on with children constantly. Why are the Five of Pentacles here? Future. So they're basically feeling like the Five of Pentacles because they have no brand new start with the Ace of Cauldron, which is the Ace of Cups. So they're saying they will not have a brand new abundance in the earthly realm, whether it be emotional or, again, in the earthly realm with the Pentacles, because there won't be money. Everything's spoiled. As you can see, the Pentacles are about to fall off this tree. They're rotting. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I would think luminol would work. Yeah, I would have to see the layout of it to tell you the truth. Again, I've never been on any base, so I mean, and I'm not going to pretend that I have, because I've only spoken to people who have been on certain bases, and again, I don't know how they're set up on, if they're all set up the same or differently. I'm reading through y'all's comments now, the ones who have been. I know Dying Gypsy has. I can't remember if you had or not, Jay. No, they don't have any cameras in Fort Hood. I'm sure somebody probably said they do have cameras, but they're in weird spots, I heard, and very few in between. Well, yeah, if it's concrete, it's going to dry pretty within a day, I would think. Ken. Probably have drains, I would imagine, in those rooms. If they got concrete and that's how they clean them, if they have concrete, they probably have a drain in the middle of the room. Any room that's usually concrete where you mop it or do things like that is going to have a drain in the middle. All right, so we're going on about an hour, and I'm just curious if y'all have any other questions about the reading from last night, whoever's had a chance, or if there's any other information they would like to give about the Krysta Martinez incident, or anything about Vanessa that they think might help soon when we do another live soon on them. I think you can get a wet back if you really wanted to. Oh, I know, you were kidding him. That's what I was saying. There's wetbacks. I mean, you can suck up water that way, but I mean, I don't know. Again, I mean, I'm sure they have one on site. Sorry, I'm just starting to get stuck in the position of sitting in the chair. It had carpet. I wonder if it still has carpet. Oh, yeah. There's a lot more to it. And I think we'll find out soon. Yeah, they could have been. Again, they're kind of only showing us what they want us to see. So they could just be saying, hey, this is the room, and it be, like you said, a room adjacent to it or something like that. Who knows? You would almost, again, have to be there and have seen it before to know what they're talking about. I mean, I can show anybody a picture of my house and say, this is my house. You know what I mean? I mean, it actually is. Oh, I'm sure she will. I don't know if she'll tell everything, but she's going to talk. She's already been talking, so. So do y'all have any, like, questions or anything that y'all would like me to write down for later on? Like, concerning these cases, or what else could be involved in it? Like, we are hitting about an hour. I do want to thank y'all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, yeah, right? She probably didn't expect to go to go to jail with orange hair. And it's going to look like shit because she can't do nothing to it. And then she's going to try to dye it out. It's going to look like friggin' the Tiger King's color hair. Yeah, there's a lot of rabbit holes. I do agree, Melissa's intuitive reads. They did find other body parts other than Vanessa. It was like 2 at first, and then it was 3 of them all together, and now supposedly they found more. So I'm doing Gregory Morales still, and then I had somebody gave me Brandon again, but I think it said Brandon Robinson. I don't know though. I have to go look back at the comments. It is Tiger King hair. So they're gonna end up watching go to the beauty shop and get some fast looking hair, and I can't wait. And I hope they make her retake her mugshot with it. I should have to look at it for like the next freaking 50 years that she's in there or something. No, I'm telling you, she don't let her bleach it out. It's gonna turn orange, like real orange, like a shitty yellow orange. Yes, they will, Perez Mitchell. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like because they don't have the materials there to actually color it right. So it's going to end up looking really stupid, just like she already does. Yeah, that's probably what she's gonna do. She's probably gonna go to the commissary dining gypsy and get some like blue Kool-Aid or something that's gonna cover the orange so it's not so stupid looking. She's gonna like dye her hair in her cell with some Kool-Aid while she's waiting for her spread to be ready with her ramen noodles and chili in the middle. Like, go on, girl. Yeah. Like, what a shitty mugshot. That you deserve it. I'm saying. Bitch needs to go buy some fucking Kool-Aid from commissary and some ramen noodles and make herself a burrito and just chill out. Yeah, they probably do call her Kool-Aid over there. Probably walk up to her and it smells like fruit punch or something. Whatever color it is. Like orange blast. Yeah, there are. There's at least 20, I think, is what I understand. There's 20 people that have been missing. I don't know how long the time spans. Yeah, she looked really stupid in her mugshot. Like real stupid. Like just the look on her face too. Yeah, it's supposed to be at least 20 or more. Well, I was told 20 by somebody on the base, and then I asked my pendulum, was there more than 20 during one of the readings, and it said yes. And that was last night, I want to say, for Krista's reading. She said yes, there were more. That was good timing for her, Rosie. For her to be a fashionista to match her outfit. Who would have thought? Okay, Crystal. Yeah, it's perfect timing. As I said, it's like her hair is gonna match her outfit for a long time. So she puts more Kool-Aid in it, or until she tries to get it fixed and it looks like crap, or she probably just let it grow out. It's probably not even permanent. It's probably like that, like, what is it, after wash, temporary hair dye? She probably just got temporary hair dye. So do y'all have any questions though before I get ready to sign out? I know it's kind of everybody's getting back to lunch and I'm about to lay my son down for a nap. So just curious if y'all have any questions for any of. We'll probably do a live tonight. Not too sure yet. I do have some more readings that I need to do. I have to look into that. I haven't seen that. I don't know who Crystal Kenny is. I'm sure it probably will, Michelle Perez. Or Perez. You know, I think they probably will. If it's not going to be shut down permanently, it'll probably be shut down for a while, and they're going to transfer a lot of things out of that area. You're welcome, Erin. And yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a live tonight. As I do have to do some readings, personals and a couple cases. But besides that, yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna do a regular live tonight. So goodbye, Erin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people missing. Y'all have a good day too, Dining Gypsy. Were they on a base too, Rosie? I didn't really do anything but read the case. I didn't read like what his background was or anything like that. I just know of the case because I did it. By Ken. I'm just curious if Patrick, Frazee, and Kelsey lived on a base of some sort when this happened. Oh, yeah, he's the one that's mom that lied to him about burning the body or something. That she knew that he burned Kelsey's body, but she lied about it. Yeah, that bitch. Yeah. Excuse my language, but if she's not sitting behind bars, she should be. So, all right, y'all. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign out. Yeah, I'm all crazy. So, yes, goodbye to everybody. Like I said, and I will see y'all a little bit later on tonight. Like I said, I'll be doing, I do got some personals to do, but then I will see y'all later on. So it was nice chatting with y'all. Like I said, thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. Y'all have a good rest of the day, and then I will see y'all a little bit after dinner time. So y'all take care, and love and light to each and every one of you. Bye.